Have you ever felt like life is silently turning against you? No matter how hard you try, nothing flows. Every step forward turns into 2 steps back. Plans fall apart. Relationships strain. Your body feels heavy, your mind foggy, and hope distant. You start to wonder, is something out there punishing me? You're not alone in thinking this. And what if? Just what if? This isn't bad luck or coincidence, but a spiritual warning. A sign that something in your energy, your path or your mindset is out of alignment, and the universe, instead of ignoring you, is actually trying to wake you up. Today's video isn't just about solving problems. It's about decoding the hidden signals of the universe. We're going to explore why your life might be blocked, what ancient Buddhist wisdom and modern science say about it, and most importantly, what you can do, starting right now, to release the resistance and return to your natural state of flow. This isn't some vague spiritual talk. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why things feel stuck even when you're doing everything right. The karmic and energetic forces you may have triggered unknowingly, and a simple, powerful reset practice to realign your path before it's too late. So if you've been feeling like nothing works, don't scroll away. This may be the message you were meant to receive, because the truth is, the universe doesn't punish, it teaches. But the longer you ignore the lesson, the louder the correction becomes. Stay with me, and let's uncover the meaning behind the mess. Sometimes, life whispers before it screams. You miss a deadline. A loved one drifts away. Your body starts giving you subtle signs: fatigue, headaches, gut issues. You chalk it up to stress or bad luck or just a rough patch. But these small breakdowns are often the universe's first alert system, and most people sleep right through it. Buddhist teachings describe this as dukkha, the undercurrent of suffering that arises when we resist the truth of the present moment. It's not punishment. It's a call to awaken. In simple terms, when you are out of sync with your true self, with your dharma, with your higher path, life begins to push back. Not to hurt you, but to redirect you. And science? It agrees, in its own language. Studies in psychoneuroimmunology show how chronic stress, internalized emotion, and unresolved conflict manifest physically. Your immune system weakens. Your sleep becomes shallow. Your brain operates in survival mode, making it hard to focus, trust, or even dream. The result? You spin your wheels, thinking you're doing everything right, working hard, staying busy, checking boxes, but internally, you're misaligned. You're driving with the brakes on. That's why nothing flows. Here are the most common invisible signs that your energy is blocked. You feel exhausted even after rest. Small problems spiral into major setbacks. You attract the same painful pattern, over and over again. Different people, same outcome. You feel a nagging sense of guilt or fear. Even when nothing is wrong, you can't feel gratitude or joy, even when good things happen. Sound familiar? That's not random. The universe is precise. When you ignore the early whispers, it intensifies the lessons, lost opportunities, emotional, burnout, even illness. Not to punish, to purge. Pause for a moment. Breathe. What's one area of your life that keeps breaking down no matter what you do? That's where the lesson is hidden. Don't forget to like this video if this message is already resonating with you. It lets the algorithm know you want more content like this, and it helps this message reach someone else who may need it desperately. Have you ever felt like you're living the same struggle on repeat? Different job, same frustration. New relationship, same heartbreak. Another city, same loneliness. This isn't just bad luck. It's what many spiritual traditions call a karmic loop. And unless you become conscious of it, you'll keep circling the same pain, lifetime after lifetime, or at the very least, year after year. According to Buddhist philosophy, karma isn't about punishment. It's about cause and effect. Every action, thought, or intention plants a seed. And if you keep planting the same seed, you'll keep harvesting the same crop. Let's make this practical. If you grew up learning to please others to feel safe, You might unconsciously attract relationships where your boundaries are constantly crossed. Not because you're doomed, but because there's something you haven't fully seen, healed, or outgrown yet. Think of karma like emotional gravity. It pulls you back toward familiar patterns until you become awake enough to choose differently. Now, pair that with modern psychology, and you'll see how trauma and subconscious beliefs shape your reality. Neurologically, your brain is wired to seek familiarity, even if it hurts. That's why people who were abandoned often fear intimacy, or why those who were constantly criticized as children struggle to feel worthy of success later in life. And here's the painful truth. The universe won't let you graduate from a lesson you refuse to acknowledge. But awareness is the key that unlocks the loop. Once you recognize the pattern, you gain the power to change it. And once you change your vibration, your outer reality has no choice but to reflect that shift. Ask yourself, what do I keep attracting that drains me? What am I still hoping will change without me changing first? What wound am I unconsciously reliving? Sometimes the punishment you feel is really just the echo of your own unhealed pain. Stay with me, because in the next section, we'll explore the deeper reason behind these karmic delays and how your current suffering might actually be sacred. And while you're here, leave a comment below. I choose to break my karmic loop. This simple act of intention might be the first crack in the cycle. Here's a hard truth most people resist. Sometimes, not getting what you want is divine protection. It might sound cruel, especially when you're barely holding it together. But suffering, when seen through the lens of spiritual evolution, is not just pain, it's preparation. In many Buddhist teachings, there's a powerful concept called noble suffering. It's the kind of suffering that strips away illusion, pride, and attachment, so that something deeper, truer, can emerge. Before awakening comes chaos. Before clarity, confusion. Before growth, destruction. And if you're in that space now, where doors keep closing, people keep leaving, and nothing you try seems to work, you might not be cursed. You might just be becoming. Imagine this: a seed buried in soil, in darkness, in stillness, no sunlight, no movement, but within that stillness something profound is happening, a cracking, a surrendering. Then, transformation. The universe withholds when you're not ready to hold. If you're asking for abundance but still operate from scarcity, it won't flow. If you're craving love but haven't healed your heart, the right person won't arrive. If you're longing for peace but resist silence, the noise will never end. You're not being punished. You're being rewired, and that takes time, honesty, and the kind of inner work most people run from. Psychologically, this is known as post-traumatic growth, the deep internal shift that occurs after a period of emotional struggle. Researchers have found that after significant adversity, many people experience a renewed appreciation for life, deeper relationships, a stronger sense of purpose, clearer understanding of spiritual truths, but only if they allow themselves to fully go through the darkness rather than bypass it. Reflect on this. What has your pain taught you that comfort never could? Who are you becoming because life didn't go your way? There is wisdom in the waiting. There is power in the pause. And if this is speaking to something deep inside you, don't forget to share this video with someone else who might be quietly suffering. You could be the sign they were praying for. If you've made it this far, chances are your soul is ready. You're not looking for quick fixes anymore. You're ready for something deeper, something that doesn't just patch the surface but realigns your entire frequency. That's where ritual comes in. In both Buddhist tradition and modern psychology, ritual is used as a powerful reset. Not because the actions themselves are magic, but because intention, when embodied, transforms energy. So here's a simple practice that anyone can do, no matter your beliefs, age, or current struggles. Do this for 7 days. It's not a cure. It's a conversation with the universe, a way of saying, I'm ready to return to alignment. The 7-minute morning reset. Ritual step 1, wake in stillness, 1 minute. As soon as you wake up, don't touch your phone. Instead, Place a hand over your heart and ask silently, what is trying to emerge in me today? Let the silence speak before the noise of the world rushes in. Step 2. Conscious breath. 1 minute. Sit up, close your eyes, and breathe deeply. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 6. Repeat 5 times. This calms your nervous system and clears mental clutter. Step 3. Release resistance. 2 minutes. Write down what you're resisting. What emotion? What truth? What decision? Then whisper aloud, I release. This with love. I trust the process of life. Step 4. Align with intention. 2 minutes. Write one intention that aligns with who you truly want to be today. It could be as simple as, I choose to speak with kindness. I trust that what's meant for me will find me. I will take one bold step toward healing. Repeat it aloud. Speak it into existence. Step 5. Give thanks. 1 minute. Finally, list 3 things you're grateful for, even if your life feels messy. Gratitude shifts your energetic field instantly. It tells the universe, I see the light, even in the dark. This ritual works not because it changes the outside world, but because it changes you. And when you shift internally, the universe responds. It always does. Try this for the next 7 mornings, even if you're skeptical, especially if you're tired. The point isn't perfection, the point is presence. Leave a comment when you try it. I started the 7-day reset. Let's hold space for each other. You're not alone in this. What to do when everything falls apart? When life feels like it's unraveling, most people react in one of 2 ways. They either try to control everything, or they shut down entirely. Neither works. What you need in those moments isn't panic. It's presence. Here are 5 grounded, actionable practices to help you realign when everything seems to be falling apart. Stop asking, why me? And start asking, what now? It's natural to ask why something bad is happening. But that question usually leads you in circles. Instead, ask, what is this moment trying to teach me? Even pain has purpose. The sooner you become curious instead of resentful, the faster you shift from victim to visionary. Reframe. Instead of, why is this happening to me? Say, this is happening for something deeper I can't yet see. Ground your nervous system before solving anything. You can't think clearly or act wisely when your nervous system is in fight or flight. Before you respond, decide, or panic, ground yourself. Try this simple technique. 4, 3, 2, 1. Grounding. Name 5 things you can see. Name 4 things you can touch. Name 3 things you can hear. Name 2 things you can smell. Name 1 thing you can taste. This brings you back to the present, where true clarity lives. Pro tip. Add 3 slow breaths at the end, exhaling longer than you inhale. Do 1 thing a day that aligns you with your highest self. When everything feels broken, your only job is to choose alignment, 1 small act at a time. Ask, what would the healed version of me do today? Then do that. It could be walking in nature, apologizing sincerely, drinking more water, praying, writing, or simply saying no. These micro-alignments build a powerful momentum that slowly restores your sense of control and flow. Fast from negativity. When you're energetically low, your field is vulnerable. The content you consume, the conversations you engage in, the people you allow into your space, they all affect your vibration. Try a 72-hour negativity fast. No news, no gossip, no complaining, no comparing, no doom scrolling. Instead, replace it with nature. Walks, soulful music, reading, or listening to something uplifting, being around people who feel like light. It sounds simple, but the energy shift is profound. Remember, the break is part of the blessing. Most people think the breakdown is a detour, but in spiritual reality, it's part of the main road. The old version of you, your attachments, your expectations, your fears, has to fall apart before the next version can emerge. Instead of asking for things to go back to normal, ask for strength to grow into the next level of your life. And repeat this mantra daily. Nothing real is ever lost. What is meant for me cannot miss me. Daily realignment checklist. Did I breathe consciously today? Did I say something kind to myself? Did I release one thing I can't control? Did I express gratitude even for the hard stuff? Did I take one aligned step forward? Even if you only check one box, you're healing, slowly, beautifully. And remember, you're not here to suffer silently. You're here to evolve consciously. If any of these tools helped you, leave a comment below. I'm realigning one day at a time, because you never know who you'll inspire by simply showing up for yourself. If you've made it to this point, take a deep breath, because that means you're no longer running from the pain. You're sitting with it, listening to it, learning from it. And that changes everything. What feels like punishment is often a portal, a forced pause, a sacred invitation to finally stop, look inward, and come back to the truth of who you really are. The universe doesn't want to break you. It wants to break open the version of you that no longer serves, the version that settled, that feared, that forgot how powerful you are. So when nothing seems to work, when the world feels cold, when your prayers go unanswered, that's not abandonment. That's alignment in disguise. This video was never meant to give you all the answers, but maybe, just maybe, it offered you a mirror. And if it did, I hope you'll stay with us on this journey. Leave a comment. I trust the timing of my life. Let's light up this space with healing energy, for you and for anyone else who's been quietly fighting their battles alone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss future videos that nourish your soul and guide your path.